Hey YouTube, coming into the Great League remix team that I used, and I started with GOLURK because very straightforward. I saw a million Tinkatongs, so I was just like, no, I'm gonna have a ground user for you, and everyone everyone knows I hate Claydol, so I decided to build up Shao GOLURK, and I'm like, okay, you are extremely glassy. I need some bulk in the back end stuff to deal with you, so I put in toxapex, and then I use furret as the safe swap. Again, darks are a little tricky because you have Sucker Punch on Furret and your Ghost on GOLURK, but you can kind of maneuver around some of these things. Let's take a look at the battles here. So, speaking about dark, at least this dark is... Plus you have Dynamic Punch, right? So you have an option in Dynamic Punch. But this dark is a Dragon Tail user. I'm baiting here because like if they don't shield, I can just go back to back. If they do shield, great. And they do shield, and now I can go with the Dynamic Punch. So I grab one shield. I doubt that they will double shield a Guzzlord on the lead, and they do not. So I take switch, which is huge taking this because now I can line my Furret with Sucker Punch and not my Toxapex that would take super effective. They do make a catch on Toxapex. That's okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to farm back up to Trailblaze. Sucker Punch is boosted, so I am doing some damage here. And now I can mirror match it, having taken it down to 50%. So my goal is to always have energy so I can come out with a brine in case I need it for the Claydol. So that's why you're seeing a lot of overfarm here. You can only go so high, so I'm just going to dump this and then get some energy back here. But they're pretty close to being able to switch right back in here. So let me see this Claydol pretty quickly. And there it is. I do get the first brine off, which is nice. And now my switch clock is probably done. And they do switch shield. I actually do end up... I'd rather not have caught that, but I do catch a Rock Tomb. Lowers my attack, grabs that last shield. So I'll just boost my attack with a super effective Trailblaze. Sucker Punch is super effective. Hopefully I can claw down. If not, that's okay. Because I should be able to... Oh, and I do actually take them out. Do I have a Swift? I do. And this will do good ship. Oh, yeah, or basically almost take them out there. Nidoqueen. This is a... I mean, great lead. But this is the second Nidoqueen that I've seen in this meta in the last, 2 days. And I haven't seen Nidoqueen in, 4 years. 4 years is an over-exaggeration, but, it's been a while. Dark, again. But, yeah, Darks are going to be tough. I hope you don't run into any Dark on the first matchup, Dark on the second matchup here. But I do align Toxapex on it, so that is good. I will shield up one to match the shield to try and get off the second brine. They just bait me Poison Fang, which is rough, because now they can probably commit to the shield and farm down before I get to another move. They decided not to commit to the farm down. They do just throw, so that's nice. It is another Poison Fang, so it's not like they're even dumping all their energy, because that's probably more of a bait compared to the other one. One Mud Slap takes out. Out comes the Umbreon, and I have a Dynamic Punch. This will do an insane amount of damage. And then just instant swap into the Furret. Because I know the Nidoqueen's going to come back in, so I just want to start getting ahead on energy. Here, get the Trailblaze off. I'll probably just try and run with GOLURK to try and get to the Dynamic Punch if they... And they don't even, they just Poison Fang me. If they Earth Power me, I would have just run with GOLURK to Mud Slap down and come out with Dynamic Punch. But they're not going to be able to Snarl me down before I get to a move here. Because Snarl... Oh no, I was supposed to say Snarl's resisted. It is not resisted. I'm not a Dark Pokemon, but Snarl's an energy generating move, not a damage move. So not able to take me down there. Greninja, the third Dark. This one, a Dark Water, which hits me twice, but I do make the catch on Toxapex. Okay. So, nice catch on Toxapex. Do get hit with a Corsola, which is a ghost which resists the poison, so kind of tough here. Even GOLURK's going to have a bit of a problem because I'll be taking Super Effector from the Astonish. So I probably have to come Furret after this. Let's see if they overfarm here or throw another move soon. If they commit to the farm down, I'll probably get another brine off. Yeah, so here's another brine. And they'll probably just farm down, which means they'll force to be thrown power gem. Yeah, I was about to say, don't let them farm down. Not going to let them farm down. They're going to have to throw a power gem. Super effective sucker punches. And unfortunately, a fairy in the back. So, we got a water dark on my GOLURK, a fairy on my sucker punch user, and a ghost on my poison. So, oof. If I come out of this one, that will be impressive. You know what? I do have a lot of energy here. Because I'm just going to mud slap this thing down. I'll shield, and I'll come out with 100 energy. So if stuff comes in, I'm probably going to grab 2 shields immediately here. Although my toxapex is very low. Corsola comes in. Here comes a Shadow Punch. They shield. I'm going to come in and, force energy / take them out. So force that energy. But I'm going to be taken out there. Yeah, I was supposed to say. I got excited because I had 100 energy, but no, there's no chance. Not with that alignment. Okay, speaking about alignment, that's great. Grumpig, this is great. It does have Dynamic Punch. Does that Dynamic Punch take out a almost full health furret? And if it doesn't, does it take out after all these Psy waves? Now, I doubt I shield this because I have 2 answers for Ninetales. So I probably just let this go. Because I have GOLURK and toxapex. And I do just live the Dynamic Punch with like 1 HP. And they do let go. So that's fine. Ninetales going to be able to slap this a ton. They do get to move though. On the 1 turn deny. So I'll just commit to the farm down, come out with 2 moves. See what they come in with. That is a Tink. So hopefully I can get 2 moves off here. There's 1 Shadow Punch to grab the second shield. And this will grab the second shield. So once I take it to 50%, even if it has Bulldoze, which a lot of them do, it's going to take 3 Bulldoze to take me out. Because Bulldoze is just such a bad move. Charmer. So this is going to be tough because they're going to have an answer for toxapex in the back. At least 1, maybe 2. So I do take it low. They could also have Psyshock here, which will be super effective. But toxapex is essentially useless, and I'm going to have to try and run with Furret here, which is why I let that go. And there's your Marowak, right? Actually, Marowak is, it's a ghost. So there's an answer to the poison, right? Poison resisted by ghost. I don't have a charge move for this. Sucker Punch is super effective, but grass and normal typing both resisted on Marowak here. So they're going to get to another move here. My just concern is they're going to have like a second ghost or a second answer in the back to poison here. So instant swap to be met with a Jelson. Yeah, that's not surprising. That's just a smart team build, right? Charm user on the front, weak to poison, resisted by poison. Have 2 answers in the back for that. 2 ghosts. Ghost can also deal with steel if Charm is resisted by steel. And you have one of them being a water Pokemon in case you see a fire Pokemon in the lead. Right? Pretty smart team. Easy to read. Not that I can do anything about it, but yeah. Just tough, right? I couldn't do anything about the back line here. So we'll be taken out. Oh, excuse me. Okay, finally, there's your Tink on the lead, so they'll get out into something. That something is a Quagsire. I obviously do not have an amazing answer for this, so I'm staying into Chip, and then I'll align with Furret. Just because I don't have a good answer for this. So, chipped it to the yellow. We'll grab a shield. Probably match shield. Or I just basically take it to the red. Yeah, so I do grab the second shield. No, sorry. I match shields, and I can now align with Furret, where I don't need to worry about the charge moves as much here. In fact, so much so that I'm probably just going to commit to the farm down. So I'm always tired, right? You guys know my schedule. I stayed up to 1:30 to watch the Canadian election. And man, I swear it hits you harder like 2 days after than it does the day after. I remember like I was up to like 1:30 watching the election. It was like 1:45ish when I went to bed, and I woke up at 6 to have to go to work. And when I was in the office, I was like, I'm okay. Like, I'm okay today. Like, even at night Tuesday, I was like, I'm surprised I'm so good. And then Wednesday and now Thursday when I'm filming this, it's just like, oh my goodness, I'm just getting killed with this. I'm now just like feeling all of it. Galarian Moltres in the back, very tough. I do have Dynamic Punch. They do take me down pretty quickly. I just want to take this out quick because I can maybe kind of deal with the. We know Bulldoze is super effective, but if they don't take me down too much, I can probably live one more Bulldoze. Or maybe this doesn't take them out and I can Poison Jab down and come out with a Brine. That may be even better. Unfortunately, they do have a move here. Even Ancient Power is probably going to take me out. Brave Bird definitely takes me out. Going down there. Okay, Diggersby. Diggersby tackles resisted, so they do get out. It's an Amoonguss. So I will come in with my Toxapex. Oh. I think I got lucky on this one. Because the right answer is to come in with Furret. Because you are normal typing and they are an Astonish user. So you will resist the Astonish. I think if I remember, I'm like 90% sure. Lucky for me, this is like a ghost in the back that Furret's just going to beat anyways. So keep alignment. Out comes the Diggersby. Get a Brine off, which is nice. Nice chip here. They will come out basically with a Scorching Sands here, so I probably respect that. Yeah. It is just a Fire Punch bait. Fire Punch bait. Do go for the Dynamic Punch, and they catch the Dynamic Punch on the Corsola. So there's your ghost. Nice catch, but again, this just means that I'm going to chip here right away. Interesting. I'd want to come out with a lot of energy here, so I'm actually surprised I boosted my attack so early and didn't get a bunch of energy before. I'll live this and come out with some energy, but not as much as it could have been. But they are between the two. I'm still in a good spot that they just top left. Toxapex, good lead. They're going to get out into Pangoro. So just start eating all these moves. So initially, when I saw Pangoro as a safe swap, having just put out the Double Dark team right before I put out the Double Dark team when I was playing this like soon after, I was like, there's no way that you safe swap Pangoro unless you're Double Dark in the back. Because that safe swap seems crazy. So Toxapex comes in. I switch to GOLURK. And again, the reason I'm switching to GOLURK, I'd normally advise against this, but the reason I'm doing this is because I was reading like I just put out the Double Dark team. It's gonna be Double Dark, and it's a Diggersby. So not only is it not a correct read, it's one that Toxapex is gonna have even more problems with than the Dark. So, anyways, we both bait, or we both not counting or whatever. Do get to the Dynamic Punch here, and they let it go, and that is huge. Now it's just over. Once they let that Dynamic Punch go, this matchup is over. Another Tink, and they will get out into Dusknoir. So easy alignment here. This thing does have Dynamic Punch, and it's a Shadow Dusknoir, so I'll probably respect it. Yeah, respecting the Dynamic Punch. I could probably just commit to the farm down at this point. But Tink resists everything, so it's kind of wasted. And it'll be interesting to see if I try and read that again with Ghost, try and draw out a Dark, beat it with Tink to have something else roam free. Yeah, and that's why you're seeing the read correctly this time. So those are the types of reads. I'm so happy that this just happened back to back so I can explain exactly that. I read the same thing both times. One was a correct read and one was a very incorrect read. So I don't think you can I don't think you dismiss your reads if it's wrong, if the theory and it all makes sense, right? They safe swap Ghost. They have a Steel Fairy on the front. Draw out a Dark, punish it with that, come out. Same thing with the other one. You had I forget what it was, but it's just it read as a double Ghost line, but it wasn't. In fact, it was a ground in the back. But I don't think you can you kind of just have to say so what? I read it wrong, but I don't think the principles around the read were wrong. Anyways, get to the brine. Can't do enough because brine is garbage. So they'll finally get to a bulldoze here. Still doesn't take me out because that's just how bad that move is. Do get to Trailblaze. Take them out here. And win that matchup. Marowak, good lead. They'll safe swap into Furret. So I chipped a bit and then came in with toxapex just to sort of absorb it. Now Sucker Punches and Trailblaze are going to come pretty fast because I let them get to a lot of energy here. But we'll see. And Toxapex is so I hate using Toxapex. Toxapex is probably you're not going to see it on many teams for me. I think it makes sort of sense on this team to deal with GOLURK glassiness. You will not see Toxapex on many teams for me. I hate Toxapex. Brine is such garbage, and if Brine is such garbage, you really need to get to the Sludge Wave, and Sludge Wave is resisted or it's just too slow. It's 20 turns to get to. So I hate that. Just brutal. Anyways. Shadow Punch. Almost one shots there. They have a Thievul in the back. I did bank a lot of energy. So one Swift. Obviously not enough to take out. I have to shield up this move. And I think if I remember, the Marowak does have a Bone Club loaded, or else I would have won this matchup. Because if they were one move short, I would have Sucker Punched them down before they got to the Bone Club. But from what I remember, they do have a Bone Club and will take me out here, or else a Sucker Punch would have registered and took them out before their Mud Slap registered on me. Which is why you see me top lefting, because I know. Anyways, yeah, team worked pretty well. Darks are a bit of an issue, and you saw 5 Darks in the first 6 matchups, so they're out there, but overall I did okay with this team. Anyways, maybe showcase. Let's just take a look at the submissions. I kind of mentioned at the end of the other video that I'm not getting a lot of submissions. Just leave the 1, so at best I'm at 7. And some of these are and these 7 are early submissions here. I wonder if someone submitted. Oh, here we go. I call you guys out and you deliver. Up to 10 now. Any members? Well, 2 of the same person. Okay, we got a couple submissions. So it gives me some, I'll definitely, yeah, I will showcase some of these submissions probably tomorrow. And again, I'll probably do at least one Great League. If one of those are Great League, I'll probably do the Great League tomorrow, maybe even Monday, just because Remix is on next week and I want to start saving submissions for next week for Remix. But so this will probably be the last Remix you see. Again, depends on the submissions. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.